It's so good to meet you, Matara. I didn't think you would say yes to our date.
Can I eat you?
I'm sorry. What? Uh, say that again.
Please.
Uh.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Behind the Scenes with me, Clawmaster. I have been, for lack of a better term, busy because of school once again. But this is a bit long overdue in regards to my thought process to making this video. And the video we're talking about today is the MataraKan quote unquote date that I went on when making this video. First off, thank you to MataraKan for putting out that green screen video of herself saying these phrases so that anyone can use. My only thing I wish, maybe something that's on the YouTube channel I should have gotten, but the quality was not as great. I realized this when I tried to zoom in on her face and it got really pixelated. I was like, oh, I made a mistake. So yeah, kind of off the bat. But first off, thanks for doing that so I can make this funny skit video. So one of the things I want to say is that, hang on, let me just turn this down a little bit. There we go. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is that when it comes to making this video, the initial idea was like, yes, I'm gonna go on a date. And Matara's whole thing is that she's a cockroach lady. She eats men who date her, or men in general. So I was like thinking, okay, well, she has this reputation of doing it already. Let's maybe put it into a scene where she's trying to eat me, on a date. And I'm like not knowing this, Clawmaster the character, but I in the process of trying to figure it out, it's like, you're not so bad. But then at the very end, they saw it in the clip. That turned out I was wrong, and I'm getting chased by her. So, it kind of pretty simple story and kind of simple thing that I put together. Nothing really complicated. I mean, if I were to say like any influences making this video, the first thing I would say, it's on the thumbnail actually, is a bit of Silence of the Lambs. With the guy, the Mr. Khalees guy, the Hannibal Lecter. There we go. That's what I'm thinking of. So a little bit of that, but it was all like in fun. It was fun making it. It was cool to kind of put it together. I did like the fact that when I put this together, I posted it on the Fishojo Reddit page, and then I just kind of let it sit on the socials. And it got good traction, actually. Got a lot of good traction. And one of the people came into my video and also my stream to ask, like, hey, was that a real, did you really go on a date with her? It's like, no, it was fake. But I appreciate the fact that someone out there really believed it's real. And as an editor myself, I was like, oh, wow. I accomplished my goal in making someone believe it's actually real when it's not. So that was a really self-gratifying feeling. It's just like, yes, that's awesome. That's really cool. But yeah, like in terms of like putting this together, obviously you got Matara as the green screen. I just catered out. And then when it comes to some of the background, I just made sure the layers were in the right places in regards to where I'm at, where she's at. Obviously, these are, what do you call it? Free images off the internet. Like stock photos. Yeah, just use them in the right layers when it came to it. I did adjust the lighting a bit. I will say though, like the lighting I did adjust. You can see the shadow behind Matara. I did add that to her because the light is coming in from behind me. And she has the brick wall behind her, so I definitely added a light, like a shadow to her. And I did add a bit of orange like tint to it because of the lights inside the room. The lights inside the room, obviously, it's all photo. It's all just an image, but I wanted to match like the lights that are being shown on the background. Obviously, this is a restaurant feel, so very orange, very warm. So I definitely touch on the color a little bit just to make sure that it is more consistent and it fits. Not to mention like for my model itself as well. So and you can tell like the difference between outside and inside. Like you tell like it's much more clear, much more muted, much more brighter colors when it comes to our models. But yeah, there was a moment in time I was thinking of maybe adding some shadowing to my character, but it would not make sense if I did, because then if I did add a shadow to my face, it would just look kind of weird in a very lit restaurant. It's like, wait, why is my face shadow? Like unless I have like a light bearing down on both of us from the top. It would look kind of weird, so it didn't really need to do that. But it came out pretty well, you know, as far as I can tell. The obviously the emotes I still have for my VTuber model worked well in making the skit, expressing the emotion of like I'm very much in danger when it comes to not trying to be eaten alive here by MataraKan. So that was you know, came in the clutch as always when it comes to emoting and, you know, showing expression. But yeah, it was a simple back and forth. And you know, it wasn't anything too complicated when it comes to the conversation scene. I think the only thing I did add in is a little bit of zoom in when she was talking, just to kind of emphasize like she wants to eat me alive. And very much at the very end, the zoom in on her face actually was on accident. There was a keyframe that I forgot to take off, and it kind of zoomed in initially, and I was like, actually, that looks real good. So, you know, sometimes when it comes to video editing, like simple mistakes can like lead to actually looking pretty damn good in what I'm going for. And it definitely emphasized like that feeling of like, no, she must be kidding. Like, there's no way that she's actually going to eat me. So, like, that definitely gave some emphasis when it came to that. The SpongeBob meme, I mean, you know, I just threw it in there, like, whatever. I had to express some sort of, like, time has passed. So, I could have done it multiple ways. That was the easy way out. I could have done something else. I think it just was easy just to kind of throw in there. Plus, you know, meme, haha. So, this scene, you know, what was happening behind me is that she actually has a freeze frame up there behind me, and that she is like that's a manually, I believe it was in the Premiere Pro. Like I actually just keyed that myself. So I just, you know, moved her around behind me as I am flying away from her, and yeah, just had her. Just freeze frame on that last frame of hers, and until the next line she says is, "I'm going to eat you," which would be a zoom in, which I mistake again. Like the quality wasn't great because I was off of Twitter, so even here you can tell, like, you know, the quality is not great either. So maybe next time, hopefully, I'll just look on the stream itself and get it from there next time around. That's on me. But what I was gonna say is that when it came to the chasing scene, actually that pose that I have on my model is not real. I had to kind of maneuver some elements in terms of like some of the the body parts of my model. So I went in Photoshop and I just kind of made sure that I was in that position of like me flying. I also like, I think what I did here actually too. Now looking at it, let me see. Hang on, I'm gonna go right here. Actually, there we go. So I think what's happening is that I could tell like there's a sort of caught up at the top of my wings. I believe because I was trying to make it look like I'm flying, and I think it was like something else was in the way. Because the head is cut off. Like I cut off the head, and I just put the body. The shoulders up as close to my face as possible, and along with my wings to be shown. It has to be visibly shown because it has to be shown like I'm like flying away. So I had to had to like jerry rig that to make that work and make it seem believable. Because you can see like in this model, the shoulders are down here, and I have to move them up to my face, and then I gotta figure out a way to get the head into my body, and at the same time, because the wings are the way they're behind the head, I can't have them separately. So ironically, I probably not thinking out loud, I probably would have been able to do that anyways. I have the separate files. I believe it. I think I do. I just double check. I forgot I forgot how I got this to work, but yeah, like so. Yeah. Other than that, like that's probably the only issue I had regarding to the wings and making myself look like I'm flying when I'm not. And it's probably the only real issue, honestly. Everything else seems to be pretty cut and dry. I got this done in like in about 2 days. Like I got most of it done like within like the stream, actually like 3 hours, I want to say. So it wasn't anything too bad. Yeah, no, it's everything kind of came together. And that's about it. I really can't say much other than, you know, hey, this is something that kind of like I was thinking about when I saw the video go up by Matara. I was like, I have an idea for a skit. So yeah, I will definitely make like these small skits here and there. Some more like detailed and extensive, like as this one, and some others are very simple that really don't need a BTS behind it. But you know, it's something that I like to do, like expand the lore of Clawmaster in the ways of like, hey, Clawmaster is in the world of VTubers. To him, these VTubers are real. Like MataraKan is actually a flying cockroach lady. Like what was the other one? It was that. It was hey. What was it? Let's just throw out there. Like Iron Mouse is an actual real Iron Mouse to Clawmaster is actually really Satan. Like she's an actual real devil. So like I'm just kind of, you know, kayfabing it when it comes to Clawmaster the character and me, which is basically just me. But in these skits, it's like no, every VTuber to him is just a real person as is. Like they're actually as they say they are. So I like to play around with that idea. Again, I'm definitely in for the lore, into the skits, into all that jazz. And yeah, that's pretty much how everything was put together in terms of how this was done. Yeah, I have another skit I do have in mind, been thinking about for a while. Won't be anything too complicated. I get that done in a stream, if I'm being honest. But yeah, no, I'm gonna definitely do another one. I'm not sure when. I'm expecting probably maybe in February. I'll have a bit more time by then. I will be busy, but I should have time since I'll be done with on-site school, and I get to be off to my own devices and finding work and fill out my finding hours for my certification that I'm going for. So yeah, you'll expect a bit more from me in February at the very least. So just want to come on here, talk about it for 13 minutes and explain my thought process. So with that being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.